safe and secure whether they live in a house or they live somewhere else. So we do welfare checks on people, make sure they're okay. If people call us and say, hey, this person doesn't look like they're doing well wherever they're at, we go out and check on them. We try and put the people in contact with the other resources that are out there to better equipped to help them, because the police department is not necessarily a social service provider. We can put people in contact with those folks, make sure they get, if they need medical aid right away, or whatever the issue is, or get them in contact with resources so they can try and find housing if that's what the goal is. So basically, that's what we do at the police departments. Not near as involved, I think, as some of the other folks here. Anyway, that's me. I'm sure we'll talk more later if anybody has any questions.
Good afternoon. It's wet out there. It's actually snowing in Bremerton when I left. Yeah, crazy. So my name is Kirsten Jewell, and I work for Kitsap County Department of Human Services. I'm the Housing and Homelessness Division Manager. And because our county has a bunch of small cities and tribes and county, my work is actually on behalf of all of the people of Kitsap County, not just the unincorporated Kitsap County. So when I work for the county government, I actually work for everybody in the county, which is a special joy for me since I grew up on Bainbridge Island and has a very special place in my heart. So the work that we do in our division is four primary things. We are responsible for doing the strategic planning for homelessness in our county, and we do that by working with a whole bunch of community stakeholders every couple of years to develop our homeless crisis response and housing plan. This was most recently updated in 2018. The second thing that we do is that we invest, we pass through grant funding from the state and some local funding to the tune of about $2.5 million a year. We invest this with our community partners who are working on strategies to reduce homelessness and provide housing for people throughout Kitsap County. We also, the third thing we do is we are responsible for collecting a lot of data about what's going on with homelessness in the county, not just the information about people experiencing homelessness, but also about the work of our partner agencies and how effective they are at implementing the strategies and how effective they are at actually helping people. And then we analyze that data and produce a lot of reports for the state and for our local elected officials, and things like the handout that I passed out that's going around that talks specifically about Bainbridge Island. And then the last thing that we do is we help coordinate community efforts. So we want to make sure that everybody's working together, that we're working on specific projects. So for example, a couple of years ago, we coordinated a project on veterans homelessness specifically. Right now, I'm working on a project to improve outcomes for youth involved in juvenile justice related to housing. So how do we make sure that youth involved in juvenile justice aren't exiting that system of care into homelessness? So we coordinate special projects like that, as well as working with all of our community partners really closely. And then the last part is I have the great honor of having been appointed by Governor Inslee to chair his state advisory council on homelessness. So I get to do a bunch of work at the state policy level as well, kind of helping develop recommendations for what we should be doing on a statewide level to address the homelessness crisis and increase the amount of affordable housing available. So that's me. Oh, I still have
Hi, I'm Phaedra Elliott, and I'm the Executive Director of Housing Resources Bainbridge. And we are a housing nonprofit located here on Bainbridge Island. We have approximately 90 units of rental housing that we are responsible for. We also have homeownership housing and various other housing programs within our agency. We rent our rents for our housing that we provide are low rents. We're required to keep them low based on the funding sources that went into the property, but they are not subsidized rents, meaning that the tenant who lives there must be able to pay rent. So we see quite a few people in our office on a daily basis, sometimes up to 8 people per day who are either homeless or about to become homeless or experiencing housing insecurity of various types, and they need housing. So they're coming to us to see if we have any, to see if we can help them with it. We provide a variety of resources and try to not only put them on our waiting list if that's what they want to do and if that's appropriate, but also find them other resources around the entire county to help them with that acute need. It's very difficult to navigate these systems, they're very bureaucratic, and so just giving people tips and tricks and hope. We're in the business of selling hope, as Marta, my property manager, says all the time. We can and do sometimes house people directly out of homelessness, but again, because we have to have rent paid, we aren't able to do that a whole lot. We do have one program where we have rental assistance that we can house someone directly out of homelessness. We by and large just don't have the resources to be able to do that. We don't operate any emergency rental housing or any emergency housing on Bainbridge Island. There is not any emergency housing on Bainbridge Island. So we're doing our best to provide the help that we can and to just build more units to produce more housing. That's what our goals are.
Hi, I'm Maria Metzler. I'm the director of Helpline House here on the island. And Helpline House interacts with the homeless population in many ways. Many of you are familiar with all of the ways that Helpline House is able to work with folks who are currently experiencing homelessness. First and foremost, we have our financial assistance, our case management program, and so people who are experiencing homelessness can come and talk to us about their various acute needs. Number one is being housing, and so we have through the county, or through Kitsap Community Resources, we have what's called a Housing Solution Center. We have a representative from Housing Solution Center on site twice a week. And through that, we try to get people connected with her. That is the way to apply for subsidized housing, which Victor was talking about. So there is subsidized housing, not on Bainbridge Island. The way to apply to it in the rest of the county is through the Housing Solution Center. So it's really important that twice a week we have the representative on site so that people from Bainbridge Island have easy access to being able to make appointments and apply in that way. Our other case management, we're able to offer financial assistance for other various things that people who are experiencing homelessness ask for. Many of you in this room have been very generous with items. We're able to offer tents, we're able to offer tarps, warm coats, hats, scarves, things like that, hygiene products. In our food bank program, we have a recent switch to people who identify as experiencing homelessness have a choice of whether or not in our food bank you can